The race against deepfakes and dangers of manipulated recordings. An AFP journalist views a video on January 25, 2019, manipulated with artificial intelligence to potentially deceive viewers or deepfake at his news desk in Washington, D.C. Deepfake videos that manipulate reality are becoming more sophisticated and realistic as a result of advances in artificial intelligence, creating a potential for new kinds of misinformation with devastating consequences. This article is by Dalvin Brown from USA Today. It used to take a lot of time and expertise to realistically falsify videos, not anymore. For decades, authentic-looking video renderings were only seen in big-budget sci-fi movies like Star Wars. However, thanks to the rise in artificial intelligence, doctoring footage has become more accessible than ever, which researchers say poses a threat to national security. Until recently, we have largely been able to trust audio and video recordings, said Hani Farid, professor of computer science at Dartmouth College. He said that advances in machine learning have democratized access to tools for creating sophisticated and compelling fake video and audio. It doesn't take a stretch of the imagination to see how this can be weaponized to interfere with elections, to sow civil unrest, or to perpetuate fraud, Farid said. With the 2020 presidential election looming and the U.S. Defense Agency worried about doctored videos misleading voters, lawmakers and educational institutions are racing to develop software that can spot and to stop what's known as deepfakes before they ever hit the internet. Deepfakes. Broad concern around the idea of video forgeries began in late 2017 when computer software was used to superimpose celebrities into graphic videos by using computer software. One of the best-known examples was created by Jordan Peele's production company in 2019. The video shows former President Barack Obama warning people not to believe everything they see on the internet. However, it's not actually Obama talking. It's Peele's ventriloquizing the former president. It only takes about 500 images or 10 seconds of video to create a realistic deepfake, according to Su-Wei Liu, a researcher who is working with the Defense Department to develop software to detect and prevent the spread of deepfakes. Liu said that anyone who posts photos on social networking sites like Instagram is at risk of being deepfaked. Software solutions. The first piece of software Liu and his team of researchers at the University of Albany introduced last year could spot a deepfake video in the blink of an eye, literally, by analyzing how often the simulated faces blink or don't. We discovered the subjects in deepfake videos do not blink very much, and sometimes not at all, Liu said. We then asked, why does this happen? The researchers found that the software used to make deepfakes often depends on photos available on the internet. There are many photos available of high-profile people with their eyes closed, so the animated subjects in deepfake videos don't blink, Liu said. As the makers of deepfakes begin to catch wind of the new software, the researchers developed other methods to spot deepfakes, like using algorithms that detect unnatural movements between faces and heads, as well as software that analyzes footage for the loss of subtle details. The skin on the deepfake-generated faces tends to be overly smooth, and some of the hair and teeth details will be lost, Liu said. If you look at the teeth more closely, they look more like a whole white block rather than individual teeth. Researchers at the University of Washington are also experimenting with the deepfake technology. The school figured out how to turn audio clips into lip-sync video of the person speaking those words in 2017. Criminalization. Last year, Senator Ben Sasse, a Republican from Nebraska, introduced a bill to Congress that would punish people for the malicious creation of and distribution of deepfakes. The bill, which was introduced the day before the government shutdown, flew under the radar and died, but Sasse's office plans to reintroduce it. USA Today reached out to Sasse for more information. The senator said in a recent interview with radio host Glenn Beck that the perfect storm of deepfakes is coming soon. The state of New York introduced a bill in 2018 that would punish people who create digital videos of subjects without their consent. Despite the concerns over the hypothetical dangers, abuse of deepfakes has yet to be seen outside of adult videos. The Verge published a report in March that questions whether technology for swapping faces is even a major threat, seeing as it has been widely available for years. Liu says that he's doubtful that deepfakes can start a war, and it is unlikely that they will have a long-lasting effect on society as people become increasingly aware of the phenomenon. Liu suggested that people may even become desensitized to them. Perception-altering technology was used in April to break down language barriers in a global malaria awareness campaign featuring David Beckham. The charity Malaria No More posted a video on YouTube highlighting how it used deepfake technology to effectively lip-sync the video of Beckham with the voices of several other people. To create the 55-second ad, the nonprofit used visual and voice-altering tech to make Beckham appear multilingual. His speech begins in English, then transitions to 8 other languages through dubbing. Today, we live in a world in which millions of real people follow computer-generated influencers on social media and don't even know it. At the same time, governments have worked to develop animated news anchors that have human-like movements. One of the clearest examples of real humans adapting to unreal computer-generated people is Lil Miquela, a digitally created it girl with 1.5 million followers on Instagram that she interacts with direct messages. Despite what's in her photo captions, she's not daydreaming or partying at Coachella. She's fake, but her followers don't care. They like and comment on her pictures as if she's a real person. AI-generated humans have also began showing up on television. The Chinese government-run news agency Zhanhu began testing out AI news anchors in 2018, a move it claims as the first in the world. At first glance, the virtual news person appears to be an ordinary person with facial expressions and movements that correspond with his voice. But seconds into the video, it's apparent that he's not real. I'll work tirelessly to keep you informed as text will be typed into my system uninterrupted, the news anchor says monotonically in an introductory video. The development of the media industry calls for continuous innovation and deep integration with the international advances in technology. The agency's first take female news anchor went live in February, and she even appears to be more realistic.